WMLK News.
And I'm Ashley. Today, August 28, 1963, the largest civil rights demonstration is being held.
Martin Luther King Jr. is speaking to a crowd of 250,000 people in Washington, D.C., and will be giving what is certain to be an inspiring speech.
Let's go to Frank Morton, who is in Washington, D.C. right now. Frank, what is going on over there?
Go Lord, MLK! Go Lord, MLK! Go Lord, MLK! Go Lord.
The atmosphere in the crowd is mixed, Ashley. Right now I'm standing with some of the protesters of MLK. Excuse me, what do you think about MLK?
Blacks should not be treated equal. This MLK guy should go away. Blacks are superior.
Do you like MLK?
I reckon he needs to mind his own business and go back to where he came from.
What do you think about MLK?
I don't care about equal rights. I just want my slaves back.
Do you like MLK's idea?
No, I think he should just go home. Can't he see blacks aren't good enough?
What do you think about MLK?
This would be a disgrace to mankind, and it ought to be a crime.
Those were some pretty harsh comments. Now let's go over to Samantha, who is also in the crowd.
Equal rights, 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 MLK.
Thanks, Frank. I'm standing with some supporters of MLK and his cause. Can you tell me what your feelings are?
I agree with MLK. All men are created equal.
MLK is right. I don't see a problem with blacks.
Civil rights for all! Yeah! I really don't understand why people don't like MLK. He's awesome!
I think all the supporters are feeling the same thing.
Now violence down. Now violence down. In 1929, MLK was born. In 1964, he won the Nobel Peace Prize. Gandhi's work really inspired him. He took what he learned to make a non-violent style. MLK had a dream to fix the troubled land. Martin was the doctor of the very sick nation. Blacks were mistreated across the 50 states. King knew there was something happening with the world. Equal rights are what we stand for on MLK Day. On MLK Day. Equal rights are what we stand for on MLK Day. On MLK Day. These peaceful methods are to use today. Not violence out. Not violence out. Non, non violence out. Non violence out. Non violence out. No segregation. Non violence out. No segregation. Non violence out. All men are created equal, MLK said. Little black boys and girls will join hands with little white boys and girls as brothers and sisters. He dreams, he dreams, he dreams. Let freedom ring from the snow-capped Rockies of Colorado. Let freedom ring from the curvaceous slopes of California. Let freedom ring from the Stone Mountain of Georgia, from every mountainside. Let freedom ring, let freedom ring. Equal rights are what we stand for on MLK Day. On MLK Day. Equal rights are what we stand for on MLK Day. On MLK Day. These people message me for today. Non-violence out. Non-violence out. Non-violence out. Non-violence out. Non-violence out. No segregation. Non-violence out. No segregation. Non-violence out.
only news station in the world that can travel back in time. I am Jordan Rabinowitz with more of today's news. Today we will go to 1965, 1946, and 1849 to talk with Martin Luther King, Mohandas Gandhi, Henry David Thoreau, and Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel. Our reporter today will be Molly Silverman. These guests are very important and have changed the world somehow. Our first guest will be Martin Luther King. Molly?
Equality, 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 equality.
Thanks, Jordan. So, Martin, tell us a little bit about your life.
When I was a kid, signs were put up that said whites only. I didn't like that.
Wow. Well, what made you interested in protesting?
I was inspired by Gandhi and Thoreau. Gandhi taught me to use nonviolence to get what we want. Thoreau taught me that if there are unfair rules that you didn't like, you shouldn't follow them.
That's a lot of information.
Wait, look at those protesters. Some people really like Martin Luther King. Now we're going to talk to Gandhi. Molly?
Thanks, Jordan. I'm here in India in the 1940s with Mohandas Gandhi. So, Gandhi, how did you defeat the whole British Army without firing one gun?
Well, it wasn't easy. A few strategies we used were we held boycotts and we refused to give in to the British Army. And it worked.
Wow. How did it feel when you were thrown off a train because of your color?
Well, I was angry, so I meditated, and I wrote, "The force of love by peace always wins over violence."
Well, it's amazing how you got thrown off a train and all you thought about was peace and meditating. Now, back to you, Jordan.
Thanks, Molly. Gandhi is a very interesting and important man. Now we're going to talk to Thoreau. Back to you, Molly.
Thanks, Jordan. I'm here in Massachusetts in 1849 with Henry David Thoreau. Mr. Thoreau.
Yes?
Tell us a little bit about your life.
My life was very hard. I lived in a log cabin by a lake. I was an author and I published some books. I was also against slavery.
Wow. How did you tell people that you were against slavery?
I did not pay my taxes for slavery, and because of that, I went to jail for one night.
Thanks so much, Henry David Thoreau. Now back to you, Jordan.
Thanks, Molly. Thoreau had a very hard life, but I guess it was worth it. Lastly, we will go talk to Rabbi Heschel. Back to you, Molly.
Hi, Dr. King and Rabbi Heschel. While I was coming over here to Alabama in 1965, these white-cloaked coneheads were trying to attack me. I was wondering who they were.
You mean the Ku Klux Klan? They're a hate group.
Oh, well, Rabbi Heschel, tell me.
No. We want freedom. We want freedom. We want freedom.
As I was saying, Rabbi Heschel, tell me a little bit about your life.
You know, growing up, everything was fine. I was learning Torah and everything was normal. When I was an adult, I was preparing to teach a class, and a soldier came in and said I couldn't be in Germany anymore. So I moved to Poland. But soon the Nazis conquered Poland too, so I came to live in America.
No, you can't be here.
Oh, hey. Wait, I have a white kid. Please don't arrest me, please.
Hey, you can't do this.
I have a life.
We want
Freedom. We want freedom. We want freedom. No.
I can't believe you came all the way from Warsaw, Poland, and now we're friends. I had heard that everyone in America was treated fairly, but apparently not. I think you're a great person, Martin. I also think we need to go and protest to free ourselves from these clueless laws. I have felt like you do. In Germany, there are signs that said no Jew. And here it's whites only. We need to stop this. Now let's go protest.
Thanks, Molly. I can't believe MLK and Rabbi Heschel became friends. MLK's big idea about nonviolence really connects with people from all different cultures.
The following public service announcement is brought to you by Hope and Peace Foundation, keeping King spirit alive for today's youth. Hope and Peace RRA.
beat the government, you can beat the boss. You can be like Thaler, find your own cause. You can march like Gandhi, you can beat Iraq. You can free a nation whose power was to talk. You can end violence, don't wait for luck. Dedicate yourself and you will find that hope and peace are aim. Love your neighbor, love your name. You gotta learn this is not a game. Love your neighbor, love your name. Everybody will be treated the same. You can win the Nobel, you are strong inside. Don't get rid of others outside. You can be like Heschel, you can read the books. Marching down the streets, ignoring awful looks. Do it for your people, do it to be free. Always know what's happening if you always look and see. Do it for your country, do it for your name. Cause there's gonna be a day when hope and peace are aim. Love your neighbor, love your name. You gotta learn this is not a game. Love your neighbor, love your name. And everybody will be treated the same. Be a changer. Be a changer. Be a changer. Be a changer. Be thorough, be a writer, be a nature man, an outsider. A fit inner, never rester. Be MLK, be a preacher, be a protester. Be Gandhi, be a prince, be a leader, be an influence. Be a lover, be Heschel, be a believer, be special. Hope and peace are our aim. Love your neighbor, love your name. You gotta learn this is not a game. Love your neighbor, love your name. And everybody will be treated the same. Hope and peace are our aim.
Welcome to WMLK News. I'm Charles Woolman.
And I'm Julia Leventer. Today on our show, we are remembering a remarkable man, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Martin Luther King Jr. was instrumental to the civil rights movement in the United States. He wanted equality for black and white people.
In honor of MLK Day, which is on January 21st, we have some very special guests on our show.
Julia, did you know that sometimes Martin Luther King Jr. Day falls on his birthday, which is January 15th?
Yes, I did. Congress officially marked the third Monday in January, Martin Luther King Day, in 1986, 15 years after his death. So yes, sometimes it does fall on the 15th.
It gives us all the opportunity to celebrate King's life and all of his achievements. We are happy to welcome our first guest, Mason Balin, all the way from Birmingham, Alabama. Tell us about yourself.
Hello, thank you for having me. I'm so glad to be here today. I'm on the planning committee for the 50th anniversary of the Civil Rights Movement in Birmingham, Alabama, a year-long celebration marking the beginning of the Civil Rights Movement in 1963.
Why is the city of Birmingham an important part of the Civil Rights Movement?
During the 1960s, many demonstrations, boycotts, marches, and sit-ins took place in Birmingham. It was here that Martin Luther King was arrested for peacefully protesting and incarcerated for several days.
Very interesting. What are you doing for the 50th anniversary?
We are planning many special events, including a play called Marching On, the Children's Movement at 50, which will take place at the Birmingham Civil Rights Institute. The story shows how young boys and girls were an important part of the civil rights movement in the United States.
That all sounds amazing. Is there anything else that Birmingham is doing for MLK Day?
Yes, we will be holding Events such as special art exhibits, musical performances, and family-friendly festivals throughout the city and the surrounding area.
I bet this will make Martin Luther King feel so pleased. Stay tuned, because on the way we have 2 local residents from Maryland talking about MLK Day.
Our first Maryland resident is from right here in Baltimore. Tell us about yourself and your plans for celebrating MLK Day.
Thank you. My name is Ted Johnson. Each year I help organize the annual MLK Day celebration in Baltimore City.
When will this be happening?
This will be happening on January 19th, 2013 at noon. Citizens will join. It will be starting off on Utah Street, proceeding down Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard, and ending on Baltimore Street.
What will the parade include?
The parade will include decorative floats, local and civic organizations, cheerleading, and honor and color guards.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Arna, are you in the parade?
Yes, I am. I'll be on a float sponsored by the National Association of Advancement of Colored People, or NAACP. The NAACP is sponsoring a whole lot of events in the MLK Day too.
What will it include?
It will include voting and registration drives, and they will prayer and interfaith breakfast in the area.
Wow, that's wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing.
Our next guest is also from Baltimore. We are pleased to welcome John Hudson from the American Visionary Art Museum.
Tell us about yourself and the museum.
Hi, I'm a volunteer at the American Visionary Art Museum in Baltimore, or AVAM. The museum is free and open to all people on the 21st of January in honor of Martin Luther King Day.
That sounds very interesting. Maybe I will go myself. Please tell us more about this exciting event.
Okay, well, there will be wonderful guided tours with happy birthday cake for King, music, special performances, and many more activities.
Do you have a schedule of the events?
Yes, there will be things to do all day. MLK's I Regina speech will be broadcasted between the hours of 11 a.m. to 3 o'clock p.m. There will be a happy birthday crown making workshop for children and adults of all ages. There will be a complete schedule on our website, www.avam.org.
This sounds great. I can't wait to tell my family.
We are now joining our special correspondent, Andrew McCann. He is here on location in Baltimore City with a group of very motivated young people who have their own way of celebrating MLK Day.
Thanks, Julia. I'm here today with a group of students who have the day off but have decided to do something very important on MLK Day. Please introduce yourself and talk about what you are doing.
I'd be glad to introduce myself. My name is Ava and I'm a 5th grade student. In school, my friends and I have learned about Martin Luther King and how there is still a lot of people in the world who don't have the civil rights they deserve. There is still discrimination against the poor, the elderly, homosexuals, and even girls in many parts of the world.
Wow, but what are you going to do about this?
My classmates and I have decided to join a service group that goes out into the community on MLK Day to keep King's message alive by helping others. We are helping to build a home for a family in need through Habitat for Humanity. There are plenty of opportunities to help, maybe at a soup kitchen or a shelter or at a nursing home. It makes you feel really good.
You are doing great, and are you having fun too?
Yes, we are.
Martin, you changed history. I said Martin. It wasn't easy. I said Martin. You're a hero to me. There's no more segregation.
Students, there's a place you can go. I said students, help someone short on dough. You can go there, and I'm sure you will find many ways to have a good time.
Let's celebrate MLK Day. It's time to take on on the shelf and just go there. On MLK Day, be sure to help them today. Let's celebrate MLK Day. It's time to take home MLK Day. When you help people out, there's so much to enjoy. You can work with girls and boys. Let's celebrate MLK Day. It's time to take home MLK Day. You can make us a nap. You can serve us a meal. You can do whatever you feel. Students, Marvin was once in your shoes. I said, students, you can chat with the blues. He felt no man cared if you were alive. He felt the whole world was so dry. That's when you and me make his spirit be free, because on MLK Day will help people back on their way. Let's celebrate MLK Day. It's time to take on MLK Day. When you help people out, there's so much to enjoy. You can work with girls and boys. Let's celebrate MLK Day. You help on MLK Day. Martin, you're a hero to me. There's no more segregation. MLK Day. You help on MLK Day.
This year, take the day on and celebrate MLK Day too.
I can't believe you came all the way from Warsaw, Poland, and now we're friends.
I have felt like you do. In Germany, there were signs that said, no Jews. And here, it's whites only.
Brown, and this is your WMLK weather update. There's a chance of discrimination showers in the northeast. It looks like low pressure system is causing some intolerance in the southeast. The Midwest is having a flurry of injustice, but it looks like there's a system coming in from the West bringing plenty of peace, love, tolerance, and justice. And by MLK Day, there will be a lot of blue skies all over America.
Mario, Luigi, everybody play!